Hello and welcome back to Locklab 101. What we're going to do today is talk about my training philosophy and my training strategy. So I just want to give a little bit of insight in how I approach training and what I'm thinking about when I do it. I always have a training objective. I don't randomly just pull locks out and start picking them or whatever. I'll have a training objective, and it's typically something. The training objective will involve something that I haven't done in a while. There's just so much in lock sport and lock picking that you can't do everything all the time. There's so many different types of locks. So as an example, what I'm doing today, these locks here are rekeyable. So I'll put, when I use these, sometimes I'll put all serrated pins or spools or a mix or whatever. I'm not going for speed. I never ever look at training for lock picking or training for lock sport as a speed event. When I'm training, I try and be extremely methodical. And it could be as simple as identifying the very top of the pin each time, so I get a clean lift on each one of the pins instead of coming to the side. It could be on identifying which ones are spools. It could be anything. But it's very, very specific. And if I'm not getting a clean run, I'll pull out, I'll reset, and I'll do it again. If I get a good half a run and then the last three picks are like just guessing, well, you're not doing skill development at that time. You're just kind of, well, you're guessing, right? So I'll start over. I don't care how many locks I pick during that section or how long it takes. What I'm looking for is achieving my goal for that training session. It's real important not to just train on one lock. So you can pick lock, you can learn the binding order, and then you know how to pick that specific lock. Then you pick up another lock of the same manufacturer, and you're back at square one. So it's important to get a bunch of same type of locks, mix them up, so every time you're pushing a lock, you can't remember what the binding order is in. Like this, there's enough locks here that I pick one, and then by the time I'm done with that, I throw it back in the pile. I'll pick another one. I'm essentially at a new lock. Instead of training for one specific lock, I'm training for a specific style of lock. And during these training sessions, sometimes I'll have a very easy training session where my training objective is something very specific on my technique or something like that, and you can use easy locks for that. Or I'll have medium difficulty locks or high difficulty locks. It depends on what that training is. If I'm training on security pins, that's going to be a higher, trickier group of locks that I'm doing, because that's my goal. The best way to learn and train for clean tension control is repetition. Okay, every once in a while, boom, it goes perfectly. But the way you train to reliably repeat correct tension control is repetition. Okay, get a set of locks that are the same type of locks or the same family of locks, and just work on your tension control. You can't focus on everything during every single lock pick. There's so much there. You're going to focus on a couple of things. Maybe focus on tension control, but you'll lose your pin identification. Maybe focus on pin identification, pin lifting, but then your tension control kind of falls away. So pick one thing per training session, focus directly on that, and then the next training session, focus on something else. That technique that you had trained for in the prior training session, it went up a notch. It leveled up while you're focusing on something else. I can't overstate how important it is to train on identifying the pin tops. If you're not identifying pin tops and you're just lifting, as soon as you feel a pin, you're going to be sympathetically lifting the adjacent pins with your pick. You have to identify that pin top, and the best way to do that, repetition. You have to come up with a system, something that you subconsciously do before you start applying pressure on that, to ensure that when you lift a pin, you know exactly what you're doing and what pin it is. And it's not, I'm lifting pin number 3 and I'm touching pin number 2 also at the same time, or I'm lifting pin number 6 and I'm affecting pin number 5 and 4 at the same time. So The way you do that, you got to do repetition. If you don't train and you don't train correctly, your skill advancement is going to be very, very slow. Conversely, if you train regularly and you train correctly with specific training objectives, your skill progression is going to increase quite rapidly. During a training session, I never fight a lot. If I'm stuck, if I get lost in it, I'll reset it and then start over. The objective isn't to solve that puzzle. The objective for that training session is to better understand how spools work or serrated pins work or pin counts or find the top of the pin. It's never to get lost and then refine myself. If your tension feels wrong during these training sessions, stop and fix it. Unlike when you're working through a lock in a whatever, you're trying to get a specific lock open in some lock sport session, whatever. You don't have that luxury. In the training sessions, you want very controlled scenarios, very controlled environments. So if your tension's wrong, something went wrong. Me personally, I stop, I reset, and so I learn what right feels like. That's very important in lock picking. You have to learn what right feels like, what right looks like. And I never put a timer on it. If it takes me 10 minutes to do one lock, it takes me 10 minutes. If it takes me 10 seconds to do a lock, it takes me 10 seconds. What I'm focusing on is developing those repetitive small motor skills. And it's really important to rotate locks to avoid a false skill on one lock. So if I take one lock and I just do it again and again and again, that same lock, that's great. But what you're learning is how to open that lock. You're not learning how to open that family of locks. And so I guess my takeaway is training isn't glamorous, it's repetitive, it's discipline, and what you're trying to get is a clean technique. If you do this often, you will get better. Okay, well, that's my training philosophy and how I approach training. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please consider watching my other videos, like and subscribe, and thank you very much.